We have more litigation of things that are going on, and I want to get straight into this. No intro, it is Murad Murali. Subscribe daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video where we all know about the Desiree Perez, Demore Hadley. Desiree is the CEO of Rock Nation, outside of Jay-Z. You've got them both together. Well, remember that doctor who basically did an unlawful psychiatric hold of Demore Hadley, the daughter? He is trying to speak up and save his life, guys. Dr. Daniel Bobber is desperate to toss out a lawsuit filed by Demore Hadley in regards to Desiree after he authorized an involuntary psychiatric evaluation. In a motion just filed in court, Bobber asked for all claims against him to be dismissed with prejudice, arguing the allegations are legally hollow and based on speculation. The psychiatrist was contacted by Perez, who feared her daughter might harm herself, and Bobber then spoke with multiple individuals, and because of her erratic behavior, put her into a psychiatric evaluation. The complaint also alleges that Bobber was financially influenced by Perez. Boom. Bobber's legal team have pushed back, stating the claims lack factual support and failed to meet the legal standards. The complaint is speculative and conclusory, the motion reads, arguing that the Hadley failed to follow necessary pre-suit procedures. The motion also argues that Bobber is not a government actor and therefore cannot be sued under federal civil rights law. It says he acted in good faith. Bobber is also asking the court to strike several statements from the lawsuit, including claims that he was paid by Perez, that he's a rogue doctor, and that he should lose his medical license. His team says these are nothing but scandalous motions. Now, again, you can clearly tell that this man, Dr. Daniel Bobber, is guilty of whatever he's been accused of, allegedly, because of the certain things that he's trying to apply here in what he's saying. You're stating that you cannot be sued because you're not a government actor, and therefore you can't be sued under federal civil rights law. You're trying to find loopholes in this conversation, in these new motions against Demore Hadley, so that you can get away with the heinous acts that you have done under Desiree Perez. You unlawfully put somebody under a psychiatric hold when you knew that they posed no danger, no threat to the community that they were in. You violated the job that you worked so hard for. And I absolutely believe that you deserve to get your medical license revoked. As somebody who's studied and graduated in neuroscience, to know and understand that a psychiatrist had violated his rights to use against somebody, to unlawfully put them in a psychiatric hold, is nothing short of a horror story. It is disgusting, diabolical, and I really hope that this man, out of everybody, gets his medical license revoked and ends up jobless for the devilish nonsense that he was doing purely for a paycheck, listening under Desiree Perez's orders. Because if this is what he was doing to Demore Hadley, Desiree's daughter, how many other people have been involuntarily put on psychiatric hold when they actually are mentally okay? They're mentally well, and then they're drugged up, and then eventually get to be turned mentally unwell because of all the stuff that they've been forced to take, like Britney Spears. How many people? Because I would like to know. Horrific, isn't it? Absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific, guys. Absolutely horrific. It's so sad, and I just think that this needs more attention, what Mr. Dr. Daniel Bobber was doing. Now, streets are saying, Inquirer is saying, that Bianca is actually on her way out. She's producing some kind of exit strategy because Kanye West is going broke fast. The multiple stadiums and concert venues that he wants to do all of his, concerts in have all basically been cancelled because all of these places don't want to host him, and when they do host him in certain countries in East Asia, he's been very late and denied, and he's pissed off a lot of people, and so he's losing out on a lot of money because he keeps running his mouth and says absolute nonsense, and these people see him as an insurance liability and therefore just don't want him there, and he's turning broke fast from what reports are saying, and that Bianca is actually trying to set up her own situation to get out. Making her do these excessive acts and paying her lots of money for it is the ultimate act of financial domination for Kanye. He gets off on it, and she's making bank off his fetish. She's very savvy, and she's squirreling it all away. Word is she's got somewhere near 10 million right now, maybe more. So when all of this is said and done, she'll have a nice cushion which she feels she deserves for putting up with his nonsense. The trouble for Kanye is that he's running out of cash. He's been banned from performing in so many countries now because of his fascist views, so the main source of his money has dried up. Plus, he's had so many contracts cancelled and made very bad real estate deals, all while he hasn't stopped spending like he's earning millions a day. It's going to end in an absolute disaster. The exact amount of his debt is not known, but word is that it's in the millions and includes unpaid taxes and penalties in the properties in the States. So I don't think that he will ever go eternally broke. I mean, Kim is there. She obviously is the mother of the children. He is the father, but his businesses, wealth, everything is depreciating, in my opinion, faster than P. Diddy, because this man is brandishing and blocking off all of these deals and these concert venues. He's locking it off. And the concert venues, the guys, they pay you a lot of money for you going out there to do everything. So all of that money you're taking out, you're not using, you're blocking it off, but then you're also paying Bianca for XYZ because you get off on this. This man is losing money fast. And I feel like he knows this, but either he does not care or he believes that he's superior to, and he will have some backup plan that's going to help him recover all of his money or etc. And I don't think so. The man is going broke. By the dollar. Kanye is going broke. He can pretend he's not. He can pretend he's better than people. But that man, Kanye West, is going broke. Now, Diddy is wanting to let us know in such a desperate way that he's eating so much MAGA infested food and that he's suffering at the MDC. So which one is it? Because yesterday Nicole Westmoreland, your lawyer, was talking about how you're hopeful. Mark Agnafilo is saying that you're doing great in prison and that you've got high spirits, but then at the same time you're suffering in prison, the conditions are not great, and because of the bad conditions you want your bail package, you want to be released. It was part of the bail package that, you know, the MDC is a bad place for you to live in, etc. So which one is it? You're either in high hopes and high spirits, doing great and wanting to get over everything and keeping a good head on your shoulders, or the MAGA infested food and the MDC conditions are putting you in a very dire position and you just can't deal with what is going on. And I think that the second reason is more so reality. I don't think this man is doing good in any way. He's performed very well in front of jurors, but only in front of jurors. Behind the scenes is, you know, behind the curtains is the real Diddy, not in front of the jurors, not in the courtroom, not, you know, him thanking Judge Arun for everything that he's done, all of this fake nonsense. This MAGA infested food that he's eating, I'm pretty sure that all of it is quite bad for him, and I feel like he is suffering, and I feel like he is going through it. He is. And to that I say, oh well. When you live a life of, you know, torture amongst multiple people throughout your entire last 2 decades, it's going to come back to bite you. That karma will come back to bite you in some way, shape or form when you do something like this to a lot of people. And maybe not in this life, maybe the life after. So I just feel like, you know, Diddy and his lawyers, what I'm trying to say, need to get their story straight when it comes to this conversation. You guys need to get your story straight, because it doesn't make any sense and you guys keep lying and going back and forth, and I just don't understand. Now, a recent story from a couple of weeks ago where 3 men from Nigeria, guys, were trying to sneak their way into Dubai and had therefore dressed up as Muslim women. They had hijabs, they had makeup on, and they thought that they could get away with this, but Algerian authorities found out and basically exposed that they were men dressed up as women trying to sneak into Dubai because they wanted to live a better life. But this is not the way to go about it, because clearly this is not going to work. I don't know who out of this clueless trio thought that you dressing up as Muslim women is going to work when it comes to airport authorities, because at what point did you think that when they're going to ask for your passport, what you're going to do? When they ask you to reveal your face, what are you going to do? All of it just completely was a failure from the beginning to the end, and the story just went viral a couple of weeks ago, and I just wanted to add this to the video because I think that this whole story is hilarious. Their plan failed and they went back to Nigeria, but this was never going to work in the first place. I don't know whose plan this was, but to future men, please don't dress up as Muslim women to sneak into countries, because it's never going to work. You are going to be found out when it comes to authorities at the airport. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. So a tip, if you guys wish to, click that button and subscribe. It goes a long way. Murad Nation, become a Murada, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.